Last year, remember we went to the Catskills, we went to the farm. Well, you wouldn't want to do that again?
It's time to go in and milk the cows.
I don't like it. The Catskills was not a good idea. Okay, that's enough. Farming was terrible. I didn't like no cell service, and I was just in the middle of nowhere.
To me, relaxing and spending time together would be like...
No. You chose the Catskills last year, so I'm choosing ziplining this year.
All right, so we're gonna go ziplining in the forest in the middle of nowhere. And I shouldn't be scared, because I will have a harness and a helmet.
Just pray to the spirits. They'll guide you through the zip line.
I don't know. Well, all I'm gonna say is that somebody's wearing a necklace and a bracelet in memory of someone. That's all I'm gonna say. Do you wearing the bracelet in memory of someone? So my name is Teresa. Nice to meet you.
My mom and I were just coming to get a cup of iced tea here, and I noticed Teresa right away, probably because of her hair.
As soon as I connected myself, I was shown that there was a young male, and then I heard that someone was wearing a bracelet in memory of them, and then they showed me an engraving of the bracelet.
Yeah.
And who's that for?
My dad.
Perfect. And who is this?
Her mother.
Oh, perfect. So it would be your husband. How do you connect with the number 14?
December 14th is his birthday.
Perfect.
At first, I was like kind of skeptical, and then she started bringing up things like the number 14. So when she brought that up, it was like a little weird, and I was like kind of freaked out.
Your dad's thanking you for the amazing and beautiful tribute, what you wrote about him. But then did you write like a college essay about your dad?
When I was 4 years old, my father passed away, so I don't really remember him, but I remember we had a birthday party, and I kept asking my mom where he was. And then I think that's probably when I realized that he wasn't coming back. I wrote a lot about him in the essay and how growing up was really hard and how my mom was a really big support system to my brothers and I.
Your husband says you worry if I suffered, is that correct?
Yes.
He keeps saluting me, so is he a fireman, police officer, or did he pass in 9/11?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's crazy.
9/11. My husband passed away 13 years ago on the attacks of 9/11. He worked on the 104th floor of Tower 2.
Did you miss a phone call from him, or was there something about the phone? Because he says you feel that you did not get to say goodbye to him.
I was on the phone with a friend making plans for our daughters to play in the park, and we didn't have call waiting, and he was trying to call me. I finally got through. He said he was okay, and he said he'd talk to me later, and that was it. Never did talk to him later, because who knew that the second tower would be hit?
Your husband says you carry him every day in your heart, and even though you physically did not get to say goodbye, the things that you have said to him, he did hear. How do you connect with Paris or France? You like it?
I took her for her Sweet 16.
Shut up! But that's something that you feel that your dad wouldn't know about, right? That he missed out on. So know that when you went, he went with you. He hasn't left you. Everything that you do, he is a part of. And he says, I don't want you to worry that I'm missing out.
He was trying to talk to me through her, somebody who I'd never met. It's just amazing. I don't know how to explain it.
I want to wish you all the best. I'm very sorry for your loss. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. I wish you all the best.
I'll never forget what Teresa said to me and all the stuff that she knew and that he's still here. It's so comforting to know that, and I'm really grateful.
Do you think ziplining is a good idea?
It's fun. I went
It's
last
fun?
year.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you really have to wear a harness?
You wear a harness. I was about 200 feet off the ground.
That's not that far, right? Is that far, 200
No.
feet? Okay. Ziplining it is. I just validated it with spirit. To ziplining and relaxation.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. Come on over
Okay.
to the safety briefing station.
Today, Victoria and I are taking our girls' trip, and we're going ziplining.
I'm the park manager, Evan, and without any further ado, what I'd like you to do is to take both of your clips over your head. One will actually always be unlocked, the other one will always be locked.
Always be locked.
However, the difference is they're gonna alternate. So the next time this one's gonna be locked and this one's gonna be open. They're gonna go back and forth.
Clearly, I had no idea what was gonna happen today.
So when you come to Blue Tweezle, you're going to take off your Zipline trolley, which is on your belt loop.
I didn't know these harnesses were gonna be so elaborate. So when I get a blue, I gotta take off my zippity thing. I'm thinking I just put on a little belt, climb up a ladder, zip down the zip line.
Unlock clip, tweezle it, lock it, put it on here, and then take the unlocked remaining one and put
Okay.
it on your belt loop.
All right. I mean, right now, Vic and I are like Tweezledee and Tweezledum. Oh boy, I'm getting distracted.
There you go. Yep.
Can I ask you? Wait, who's that? Do you have a tattoo in memory of someone?
Yes.
Okay. I'm a medium, which means that I'm able to connect with people that have crossed over, and you have a lot of energy behind you.
My name is Christine. I recognized Teresa and her daughter Victoria when they came into the park. I'm a huge fan of the show.
I heard that you have tattoos in memory. Is that correct? So there is a mother and a father energy that do stand here next to you.
I lost my grandparents.
Okay. And do you have something in memory of them, like almost like a cross and then a four-leaf clover? Is that correct?
I do have a cross on my leg with a shamrock in it.
Oh my God!
I do. I'm gonna start crying.
Oh my!
When Teresa asked me out of the blue if I had a tattoo, which I do, kind of caught me off guard. The four-leaf clover is inside the cross that she had mentioned, so for her to inquire the two of them together and know about that was really crazy.
Your grandmother is, she's very strong because she says, don't you lose faith. Do you understand that?
Yeah. My mom is going through stage 3 breast cancer at this moment. She was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 14, and there was a point in time where she got really bad, so not that I lost faith, but I was losing it. It was very hard.
How do you connect with the rainbows?
Wow, just the other day when we had that crazy storm on my way home, I actually posted, I followed the rainbow all the way home.
Validating for you that you're never alone and knowing that your prayers are heard. Your loved ones are loving and guiding you, protecting, and more importantly, watching over Mom.
I can't even describe how I felt, but this is definitely the most memorable day at work for me. I will never forget this day as long as I live. Thank you so much, Teresa.
Oh my God, so nice meeting
Yes,
you.
likewise. It was a pleasure.
I wish you all the best, and I will keep
so
your
much.
mom in my prayers. After being married for 25 years, Larry and I decided to revisit all of the places where this love story began.
So today we're going back to the oil company where we first met as co-workers.
The building kind of still looks the same, though.
Wow, this is weird.
What if they're like, who are these two nut jobs just walking in here? Like, what if there's nobody even here? Do we even know people even still work here?
I don't know, 25 years ago, everybody that we work should be retired.
I worked there part-time after high school. My dad, Nick, actually got me the job there. He knew Larry's cousin, Mike.
And I was the dispatcher for the servicemen.
Right. I took the calls, and you sent the men to the calls. Ring-a-ding-a-ding. That's how we met.
They're gonna wonder what the heck we're doing here.
They're probably gonna be like, who are these people? Like,
I
who
know
comes
what
here?
to say.
I'm afraid. Oh, this is a much nicer office. Hi. Hi. How are you? Good,
I'm Iris.
Hi, Iris. I'm Teresa.
Hi, Iris, I'm Larry. We're here for the tour.
I don't see why
We
not.
wanna take like a little tour. Can we walk around?
Absolutely.
Can you believe we used to work here?
Long time ago.
Very, very good.
25 years ago. We used to work in the service department. Where's the service department?
It was odd that they were coming to Petro. Because you look at it as, this is my job, this is where we come to work every day, and you look at them like you come back 25 years later, you know, it's just a building. But to them, it's memory.
Hi, how are you? I'm Teresa.
I'm Ginger, nice
to meet you. This is my husband, Larry.
Hi, nice to meet you, Ginger. What's your position?
I do the billing, the batching when the drivers come in.
That's what I used to
she
do.
used to do.
That's what I do, I count those tickets.
This is where it all began.
Yeah.
Wow, and you
Yeah,
met here.
We met here.
She
Yep.
started out working part-time. When Teresa walked into the office, you knew about it. I mean, between her voice, the way she dressed, the way she looked, her hair, she made her presence known. You were like a Spitfire. I mean, I actually enjoyed waiting for you to come to work every day.
Oh, that was so sweet, hon.
I used to always look at my watch and say, ooh, it's almost 3 o'clock. Teresa's coming in. What was the line I would say when you walked in?
Who's that movie star? He used to say that.
I'm like, who's that movie star that just walked into the building?
And I would be so embarrassed. I would turn beet red because he would just scream it out. And he told everyone how cute he thought I was. I mean, who does that? He's adorable.
And I thought I was Madonna back then, so.
You'll have a story to tell your grandchildren one day.
But, you know, I don't deliver oil anymore. I deliver messages.
Really?
I am a medium, which, I'm able to connect with people that have crossed over. Is your dad departed?
Yes.
You still feel your dad or
Oh,
smell
my-
him?
Smell.
So know that that is your dad.
Oh, my gosh.
How beautiful. He's like bragging about your mom. He just handed your mom red roses, which is a symbol of love and devotion and also anniversary. So whether if their anniversary is now, I don't know what this is. I never saw this before, so whenever I see something, I always just say it to someone. Your father keeps showing me like the Blessed Mother and then her crying. And then I see your mom praying to the statue.
I know exactly what it is. No. My father bought my mother for her 17th birthday a statue of Saint Teresa. The statue's still in her bedroom, and she prays to Saint Teresa every night. 22 years, a day goes by, she doesn't cry for him. He died suddenly of a massive heart attack, so there was never any closure, there was never any final goodbyes. It's been very difficult. I mean, it's been 22 years, but I look to him for everything. He was he was the air that I breathed.
But your dad was a very proud man, proud of who he was and what he did. Your father just brought me back to Pearl Harbor.
Oh, my goodness.
So did he serve World War?
Pearl Harbor. He was on, he was in Pearl Harbor. Because he was a gunner's mate, 3rd class.
Do you still have the scrapbook?
Come on.
Because I said I want you to validate that your soul is present and that you wanted me to share that story. He goes, tell her about the scrapbook.
God, my hair is standing up on. Nobody knows about that scrapbook, but like me and my brothers and my mother. My mother, she kept everything from his first card, his first postcard, anything he sent, she put in a scrapbook. It's so cool because it's all Hawaiian and it's all about Pearl Harbor. The scrapbooks are phenomenal.
Did you actually have a visitation from your father? Because he showed me you leaving your body, you being united with your father in a soul form.
The night he died, I felt like he came through me, and because I collapsed the minute he died. The minute he died,
So
I
you
collapsed.
collapsed. That was his way of saying goodbye. And you always said that.
I always said that. Till this day, I say that. He went through me. The night my dad passed away, about 12:01, I was sitting on the chair and I just basically collapsed. And 5 minutes after that, we got a phone call that he passed away and he was pronounced dead at 12:01.
Your father wanted you to know that he was okay and know that his soul has always been with you, has never left you, and wanting to thank you for the way that you treasure him and his memory.
You're amazing. When I felt like he went through me, like spirit went through me, they took a part of me, and it was a little part of my heart.
Oh, it's so nice. Absolutely.
Oh my God, thank you so
Oh my
much.
God, it's so nice
I
to
waited
meet
for that
you.
for so long. I thank you.
That's so
Larry,
sweet.
can I get a hug?
Sure.
But you do move forward. I can keep moving forward, knowing that now that he is with me and watching over every step I make. Pleasure meeting you, Teresa.
Bye-bye. Thank you. You too. Take care. Okay, our last stop, the coffee room.
We made it a daily ritual that at some point in time we'd go get a cup of coffee, make out a little bit, and then go back to work. There's nobody looking. Quick. You know, that's the way.
Some things,
That's the way we used to do it. And then we'd run out.
I used to be so nervous. You'd be like, honey,
Okay,
Sam,
I'd be like, okay, there's nobody looking. There's nobody looking.
and I'd be like, oh my God, let me go away. You know, back then it was like, oh my God, I can't wait to kiss him. I can kiss him anytime I want now.
Hun, that was so nice.
It was.
See, even after 30 years, we're still silly kids.
My little Bubba.
But what happened, Mommy?
Bubba's a conehead.
He's sitting so nicely.
Are you willing to have a trainer come in
Well, if that's what you're making me do, then yeah.
and not only train him, but train you how to train him?
Larry, whoever you find, they don't know what they're in. All these years, I thought it was Aunt Tilly. Now I come to find out that she is my third great-grandmother. My great-grandfather had 3 wives. Really? Well, what happened to the second wife?
I don't know.
I mean, my dad seemed knowledgeable about the family history, but this whole grandma thing is a little fuzzy. Well, I don't know, Dad. This is crazy. After talking to my dad, I want to know more about my family heritage. I feel like now I got to find out about...
Tilly, now I'm curious.
So tonight I have a group reading here on Long Island. Ah, I got attacked by the plant. Bottom line, with a group reading, I never know where I'm gonna start, who I'm gonna start with. Hello, everybody, how are you? I just put it in Spirit's hands. They just guide me where I need to be. We're gonna need blotting pads tonight because I'm sweating. Between the menopause and the lights, I'm done. Anyway. Is your mom departed? Who is the AN name? Anthony?
I'm Andrew.
Oh, Andrew. Oh, perfect. Someone dragged you here, is that correct? Who made you come tonight?
I felt bad they wanted to come.
So you had to come. I didn't want to be here. No offense, Teresa. You know, you look like a nice lady, but I really didn't want to be here, right?
My name is Andrew, and I'm from Farmingdale. I came to Teresa's group reading tonight with my father and then my brother and sister who are twins. I did not want to come tonight. I just thought it was a little weird being with all like these random strangers. It was pretty funny though that she knew that right away.
Did you ever dream, you're the husband, is that correct? You lost your wife?
Yes, I did.
So did you just have a dream of her, or did you actually feel her when you slept? Because she said, please tell my husband that was me.
My name is Joe. I met Jacqueline when I was about 24 years old. We fell in love right away. From the minute she walked in the room, she just lit up that entire room. Everybody knew when she came in, everybody loved her, and she was just an amazing person.
So I'm gonna ask you an odd question. Did your wife watch my show?
Yeah.
Because she goes, tell him that I know that this is really real. He's getting it now, Teresa, because I used to watch it. He's like, I ain't watching that. Or he'd peek in and watch.
True, I would peek in. Now I watch it with her.
It was cool to see Teresa talk about how my mom watched the show, because it was true. I used to sit next to my mom and watch the show, and it meant a lot that she knew that my mom, like, knows who Teresa is and knows about Teresa and everything she does.
Did she pass from an illness?
Yes.
She made me feel like that there were these ups and downs. Do you understand that? And then you ever watch the show The Price is Right with the mountain climber? When he gets to the top, that's my symbol for where someone's doing well, right?
She's doing fine.
Fabulous, she was doing great. We thought we'd made all those hurdles. This is the best she's been in years, correct?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, she died.
My wife Jacqueline suffered from bipolar depression. It happened later on in her life, and our children were growing up as it happened.
There was times of extreme happiness and extreme sadness. To the outside world, you would think that everything was fine.
I'm so proud of him, too. I'm proud of him.
But it wasn't really fine at all. My mom was really sick. But I had to sit next to my mom and like tell the doctor he's not okay, but he didn't believe me. And I felt like it was my fault because
It's not your fault. How could that be your fault? Your mom said, I chose to stop taking my medication, correct? You had that conversation with her, correct?
I did.
She goes, I told you I couldn't do this anymore. I don't want to take these medications. I want to feel normal.
Says I can't do this much more.
She says, I take full responsibility for my choices. Do you understand that?
Yes. I could tell that she was at her wit's end, that it was just getting too much for her. Jacqueline left for an appointment, and I was waiting for her to come home. And as the afternoon started to grow, I realized that it's not like Jacqueline to be away from the house for that long. My wife, Jacqueline, took her own life on our 22nd wedding anniversary.
You still can't believe that she's gone. You still think she's gonna walk through at any moment. And then you go back and you say, why didn't I do more with her? She says, I don't want you to do that. She said, I am proud of all of my children. She knows of all of your dreams and who you want to be. You say, how am I going to get married without my mom? How am I going to do this without her? She says, I don't want you to stop living your dreams because of my death. And she said, and I want to thank each and every one of you for loving and honoring me the way that I deserve to be and accepting me for who I was, but more importantly, for who I couldn't be at times.
For my children to feel that Jackie is with them at every point of their life, I just think is a burden that's just lifted off them. We could tell the kids, you're not alone, mommy's always with you, but now I think after tonight, they actually feel it. They believe it and they feel it, and for that, it's priceless.
Do you remember the movie, that song, My Endless Love?
Yes.
Can you connect that with your wife?
Yes.
Okay. Because I keep hearing that being played over and over and over. And she says, I know it wasn't easy. She says, but I want to thank you for standing by me and always making me feel safe and never making me feel that there was something wrong with me.
My dad needed to hear that. It was really good for him. My dad did everything she could have asked for, and he found out tonight that she appreciates and thanks him.
After this reading, I feel a lot more at peace. I really feel that Teresa set our family, not only for me and not only for the but as a family, set us all in a place where we could be happy.
She says, and just let me tell you something, Teresa, he's not easy, you know. She says, I'm just saying. But that would be her, right? Not wanting anyone to be left on a heavy emotion, or not anyone to...
I always want everybody happy.
Happy, like, don't be sad for me.
That's what she said, I'm fine. I'm
Fair.
fine.
Whether Spirit speaks to one person or the entire family, the message is healing the entire family.
I always find it interesting how Spirit leads me to the person that needs to hear the message the most. Spirit totally guided me to Andrew.
I really didn't expect much. I feel relieved after hearing from my mom. I'm actually in a great mood. The twins look happy. My dad's happy. I'm glad I came tonight in the end.
Larry and I are meeting up with an old friend of mine, Frank. He reached out to ask me to help out with his Prune Belly Foundation. I couldn't say no.
Oh, I hear a guitar.
Frank is a musician, so what better place to meet up with him but at a bar where he's performing?
Asking why.
Did I make you nervous, Frank? I have that effect on him.
Not many people know this, but Frank and I were actually in a church folk band. We really never talked about it.
No, we didn't get into detail.
Right.
You just mentioned it because I saw you had an acoustic guitar.
I was a rock star, just saying.
In your own mind.
Hi.
Hi. Did I make...
Lord. Good Lord. Teresa and I actually grew up together. I met her about 9 or 10 years old. We used to sing in a church folk group together in Hicksville.
Hi, how are you? So nice to meet
cute.
There were 5 or 10 guitar players and like 10 to 20 singers. And Teresa and I were both among the guitar players.
You still have that passion of music and singing and playing the guitar, and you're such a blessing to so many of us. So, you asked me, to do something, some type of fundraiser for Prune Belly organization. I mean, how could I not?
Prune belly syndrome is, in my case, I was born without any abdominal muscle at all. And that's usually the case, either none or some muscle is it's the only thing that's there in the stomach. And it leads to a lot of other complications, whether it's kidney or lungs, a little bit of everything, you name it.
Can I ask you,
Sure.
how common or uncommon of a...
Yeah, the numbers they use on the website is 1 in 40,000 birds.
Wow.
50% of that do not live past 2. And I was supposed to be one of them.
Yeah.
They told me like within the first year you wouldn't make it. That's the main reason why I got into our church folk group. I couldn't play sports, couldn't do a lot of different things. Music was the one thing I could do and feel like I belonged.
Right.
So anything that you're able and willing to do, I really would appreciate it.
Why don't we do what I do best, some type of group reading?
Okay.
And, all money will go to Prune Belly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Would you want to try to get some of the old folk group to do it with us? Would you want to do like maybe one or two songs to go with it? At the end of it, maybe, or something?
When Frank first brought this fundraiser up, it never crossed my mind that he would ask me to play in the band. That is more crazy than me talking to dead people. I'm sorry.
Like a real band reunion?
Well, I mean, we weren't a band, but, it was...
We were a band!
Couple guitars, couple singers.
We could be like,
Listen, she calls it a band. It's a
band, right?
It's a band. We were a band. We were the folk group. So, but now, I don't know. You have an extra guitar? Because I don't have my guitar anymore.
I do. We could, can you play like that?
If I can work a smartphone.
Doesn't matter. She can't play with or without those nails.
Nice.
Nails or not, the only instrument Teresa can play is the tambourine.
Was I at least okay?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I was okay.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing about Frankie. I know I wasn't that good, but he was always so encouraging and so, like, just practice. And I remember he used to tell me all the time, at one time I think you yelled at me. Not really yelled at me, but you were like, Teresa, I know you're not practicing. And I'm like, Frankie, I am. And you're like, I know you're not practicing.
I'm sorry if I did do that.
No, it's not that hard, but you were right, right?
I mean, I didn't even know how to read music, so Frankie used to write the letters on top of the notes for me so I would know what to play.
Do you want to get together and try to do something?
Yeah, maybe you can, I don't know, come over and we can jam at our house.
That's it. Perfect.
But how do you say no to Frank?
Bringing back the band.
I love it.
Can't wait to see that.
I love this idea. This is awesome.
Just make sure your amp's on low.
Yeah, right. Oh, nice. Nice. So 1, 2, 3, and... Sing your praise, hallelujah. He died for us and he rose from the grave.
Very good, that was excellent. I mean, I thought we did really good at practice. Are we stage ready? I don't know. Look, we haven't played together in 33 years. Guess we'll just have to see.
I am just gonna say one thing. I don't know if you guys remember when I was younger, I always had a lot of anxiety, a lot of nervous, things where I had trouble sitting still. But for me, it was because I'm able to connect with people that have crossed over. It's almost like when I get nervous about something, I know this sounds odd, but spirit will come through to, quote unquote, calm my nerves, in a sense. I know Frank's father, unfortunately is departed, but there were 2 other father souls that stepped forward. So, your dad is departed as well? So now, did your dad pass from the chest? And who passed from the brain?
My father had both. He had a stroke and a heart attack at the same time. My father passed away 18 years ago from a heart attack and a stroke.
Did your dad always wear a flannel shirt? I said, you need to show me something so your son knows that you're still present.
So your dad is still stuck in the 70s?
I'm still stuck in the 80s. It's still working for me. I don't know if it works for anybody else, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
It's true, very true.
When my father was at home, that's when he used to lounge around and he used to wear a flannel shirt. So unless you lived in my house, you never would have known my father wore those kind of clothes. So for her to have seen the shirt, it was just like, wow.
Well, this is weird. I usually don't have this. Did you have a dream or you thought you were just with your father?
I didn't have a dream. I crossed over. I passed away.
And then came back? Did you just collapse? Because I felt...
Yes. About 8 years ago, I had a massive heart attack, and they rushed me to the hospital, and apparently I had been dead for 7 minutes, and they were able to revive me.
And I keep seeing your grandmother, and she steps in front, and she's like, Robert, come here, don't go near that gate, and her pulling you back.
She wouldn't let me see my father. I remember talking to my grandmother, but I don't remember her responses to me. I just remember she would not let me pass and go see my father.
Your father said, when my son crossed over and reached the gates of heaven, I was there. I was on the other side of that gate. That the reason why your grandmother stepped forward and protected you and would not allow you to see your father was because if you saw your father, you would not have wanted to have come back. And your father said, I needed to do that so my son could go back and have the life that he deserved, but more importantly, that God intended him to have.
The fact that she said that, it makes sense because I've been carrying this around for so long. And I needed to hear that. I agree with my grandmother for not letting me go see him.
Now you know why.
Unless you experience it for yourself, it's hard to comprehend what Teresa's capable of doing for you. It's amazing.
You didn't tell many people about that.
No, because people think you're crazy.
Welcome to my world.
Okay, you ready to roll?
Hi. We've been together for so long, and I think the great thing about us is that we're always looking for new things to do together. Hi, nice to meet you. Sushi class is like perfect.
We do like to eat.
And I do love my sushi.
Oh, this
Where
is
can we
very
put our
exciting,
jacket?
and I love red. I look good in red. Okay, come on, follow me.
Coming home from work, you'd always have a good meal ready.
And
all
different.
the time. Yeah, you mixed it up,
Yep.
and anything you made was good.
Chicken and dumplings,
Chicken pot pie,
veal cutlet, meatballs, of course,
egg balls.
egg balls, but we don't know how to make sushi.
You're a good baker.
I am.
Okay, I'd like to start the class and introduce you to Mamie, who is our chef.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. When you roll the sushi, the seaweed, you're gonna put the rough side up.
Rough side up.
And spread rice on the seaweed. So you're gonna use the tip of the finger to spread.
Do you think these count as tips?
Next one, you're gonna put your favorite ingredients. I'm gonna put the crab cake, some avocado, tuna.
I'm really trying to pay attention to the instructor. But I'm choking over here and I'm not even eating.
Now it's your turn. Make your own sushi.
I knew that Spirit wanted me to deliver a message. Can I ask you, I know this is gonna sound weird and we're like in this cooking class and everything, but I'm a medium, which means that I'm able to connect with people that have crossed over. And there was a mother energy that stepped forward.
I just lost my mom.
Your mom just placed me in a chair, and it means that we kept a piece of furniture of our loved ones.
I was sitting in her chair today.
Perfect.
And I said, hey, Mom. My name is Judy. I'm from Port Jeff Station. I'm thinking to myself, my God, I sat in my mother's chair today and said, Ma, I'm sitting in your chair and I'm thinking of you and I love you.
And how do you connect with the throat? Because what happens is when they make me feel things, that's the way that I'm able to translate and communicate it to you. But what was happening was my throat kept closing and I'm having trouble swallowing. Who passed from the throat?
My daughter, she choked. My daughter Shannon passed away 7 years ago. She was just full of energy and life. She made everybody happy. She always smiled. We were very, very close.
I heard, why did I let her go? Does that make sense?
Yeah. My daughter Shannon passed away from a choking accident. That day, we both worked together, and I wanted her to stay home and rest. I was like, you know, you're tired. We just worked 12 hours together. you know, and she's like, no, Ma, I'll be fine. I'll be back in a little bit. And a couple hours later, I got a phone call. I wish that I would have insisted that she stayed home that night.
She wants you to know that you could not have prevented this tragedy. Do you understand that? She says, I don't want my mom to carry that burden and or guilt of feeling, why did I let her go? Because you say I should have been there for her.
I do say that all the time.
And your daughter said, please tell my mom she was always there for me.
For Teresa to say that, it just fills my heart. Well, you know, it's just important to know that.
Your mom wants you to know that your daughter's soul was there to greet her when she passed. And you said that to your mom. You told your mom that her granddaughter would be there waiting for her. Is that correct?
I did. For me to hear that just blew me away. It really gives me peace of mind now that everybody's together. I'm very relieved and happy.
So here I am, rolling my sushi, and Spirit comes knocking again.
Margin, she said, of a quarter to a half.
Someone's father is present. Is your dad departed?
Yes.
You know, because I said, who's the father that keeps coming through? And he's like, I don't know if I want to do this. I go, you don't have to do anything. I can go back and continue to make sushi with my husband. He goes, what do I got to lose?
My name is Anne Marie. I'm here at my husband Gary. When I came into the class, had no idea what was going on. I see Teresa and I wanted to just scream.
Your father took red roses and handed them here in the physical world.
My dad used to always send my mother roses every weekend. Red roses. My mother passed away of complications of breast cancer. I used to talk to my mother every single day. We were very, very close.
How do you connect with a fence? I know this is crazy. Sometimes a fence can also be a separation.
I didn't get to say goodbye to my mother.
Anne Marie was locked out of her mother's life for the last 6 months of her mother's life. Not allowed to actually see her, you know, wasn't allowed access to the house, you know, because of, you know, a controlling situation.
And that's really what it is like that division of that fence.
Did you just get the goosebumps?
Yes.
Know that that was the souls of your parents moving through you to validate knowing everything that has gone on and supporting your position. Doesn't mean you're 100% right, someone else is 100% wrong, or vice versa. It's acknowledging that they know what is going on and your position. So it's almost like a part of your parents giving you your life back, permission to let go, and really let the healing begin. It's okay to let it go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Half a sheet of seaweed. Quarter cup of sushi rice.
Now that we learned how to make sushi, Larry and I are testing our sushi making skills.
Where'd you get that from?
Japanese market.
They can't make that like that. That looks like crap.
Yeah, taste.
Now get out of here.
All right, this is how you do it.
Ask the master. Watch now.
Why don't you be the judge, Dad?
Whenever we do something, it turns into a competition. I'm like, okay, I'm glad I have a backup plan.
Listen, even though I was channeling dead people for most of the class, I know I'm holding my own here. I know I'm doing a good job.
Now I'm gonna just cut mine up, but I'm gonna cut mine up over here. This is my perfect opportunity. While Nick is distracting Teresa, I'm gonna sneak off and break out my backup plan.
And I didn't even pay
Well,
attention.
one of mine fell over.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Look at how nice mine looks.
Holy crap.
Try hers and then try mine.
Wow.
How does that taste?
Not too good.
So you look beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. A little shower, a little makeup.
that was quick. So, I want to first start with who passed tragically, but years ago?
My dad.
I go, I would have sworn you were her brother. And he goes, I know, I look good for my age, right?
Oh my God. That's like something he would say.
That would be him, correct?
Yeah. My dad was a very big personality. He was fun. You know, we always had a good time. It didn't have to be some kind of a glamorous vacation for us to have a good time as a family. He just was the best dad anyone could have ever asked for.
He's very handsome, your dad.
Thank you.
He's got really good hair, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He has a full head of hair, though, your dad.
Oh, yeah, full.
And it's like, did he have like salt and pepper hair or like?
Oh my God, yes. That's, oh my God, yeah.
Just said to me, he goes, and you know, I could cut the rug, you know, too. Your dad, he's like, you want to learn how to do the Lindy? I'll show you how to do the Lindy.
The Lindy, that's their dance. That's what they would do. The Lindy was my parents' favorite dance. They were very good at it. My dad, you know, would always dance with my mom at weddings doing it, and he would dance with me. He tried to teach me. I'm not very good at it, but, and it's significant because my mom and I still, to this day, will do the Lindy together.
You have a son? Well,
I do.
But you having another son?
Yes.
Perfect. So know that your father is validating that he will hold the soul of your son before coming here into the physical world. And knowing that you will see your dad in your son.
And I keep thinking he's gonna look like my dad, which is weird.
And that's what he just said. That's what he just said. Okay, what happened when you were 20?
That's, well, my dad.
Okay, he made me feel this blow to the chest, took a deep breath, and then I just died. He said, Teresa, he said, it made it harder because my death was so quick.
Yeah.
We went from amazing, everyday, happy life to he was gone.
That's pretty much it. It was a typical day. You know, I was going out with friends in the city. My brother and mom were home. And my father had heard some gunshots from our neighbors. And my father, you know, called the police. Cop car came down our street. So my father went outside to direct the police, it's coming from this house. And when he did that, my neighbor shot him. And he had already killed his mother. So I think he just was killing anyone in his path. I felt so guilty not being there that night.
You feel that you were robbed. You were robbed of your father, and you're angry about that.
Absolutely. He missed out on everything with our lives, our adult lives.
Right. So know that everything that you have said to him, he has heard. And you say, it wouldn't be so hard if I just could have said goodbye, or if I could have hugged him and told him how much I love him.
Just once more.
As I was saying that, did you get the goosebumps? Because your dad told me that he was hugging you at that exact moment. So know that whenever you get the goosebumps or the chills for no reason, know that it is your dad's soul giving you a hug.
I felt something, and I'm like, I can't explain what it was, but I definitely felt something.
Now, did you get married after your dad departed?
Yes.
Because he says, I want you to know that I was at your wedding. I don't know what this is. I don't know if there was an adoption. I don't know if somebody adopted a baby.
My husband was adopted. As an infant. Wow. I was so surprised when she mentioned Chris's adoption because that's not something everyone knows about my husband. For him to say that, and he's seen my son and my husband and sees that we're happy, that makes everything better.
My dad was the kindest, most perfect dad that you could ever ask for. I always say, like, I miss his soul because he just had this presence about him. He's just so kind and so gentle and so humble. He's my biggest role model, and I strive to be like him.
Did you do something with your dad's badge?
Yeah, we both have little lieutenant badges of his.
Yeah, and also we put it on the grave on his headstone.
What do you have in your car that you carry in memory of your dad?
Oh my God. I always carry his little badge that he gave me in my hands as I drive. When Teresa mentioned the badge, that was huge validation for me because last night I was like talking to myself while I was driving. I was like, Dad, if like you're really gonna come through, you better bring up the badge and the fact that I hold it. So when she said that and she put those things together, it made me feel really good and really at ease.
Do you not know what happened to your dad? Or do you have questions about the departure? Because like, are there two different stories? Or did you hear two different things and you're like, I don't know what to say to, like, what do I believe? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So he says, I'm sorry for that.
He was very sick and we didn't know and he just died suddenly. And so afterwards we found out that he had terminal cancer. So it was hard because he had suffered so much and we just didn't know.
Your father wants you to know that you did get the opportunity to say goodbye to him because that's something that you're holding on to, correct? And you can't get past that. You go over that. I only wish I could say goodbye. So you know that when you say that, your father hears you.
The fact that I didn't get to say goodbye was one of the hardest parts because I just wanted to tell him how much I loved him and how much he meant to me and how much I admire him. And so I just hope he knows.
I think that the main thing that you needed to take from tonight is knowing that even though we might not have all the answers, knowing that the one thing that you cannot question anymore is the love that your dad has for you, and more importantly, that his soul is at peace.
Now that I've heard from him, I feel so much better knowing that maybe he does know all of those things that I wanted to say to him. I mean, it means everything to me because I do feel him here, and I don't want to think I'm crazy for feeling him here, so having somebody else say that makes me feel a lot better.
And he goes, and you better make sure you tell your mother that I know why she didn't want to be here. She didn't want to be on TV. Her hair, her makeup, I don't know, what am I gonna wear?
That's right.
Perfect.
When Teresa was talking about my mom, I knew that was my dad talking because 20 minutes before we come here, my mom is saying, I want to come, but I can't be on TV.
So I want to thank you all for having me, and may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Susan. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me. Scott?
Yes.
Hi,
So
how are
nice to
you?
meet you. Thanks so
nice
much
to
for
meet
doing
you.
this.
I can't believe Teresa is here. My heart is racing right now. Jamie thinks she is coming here for a reading.
But not me.
No. Oh,
Who
no, your dream come true.
Where
What
is she going?
What happened?
Who's the other, where is she going to see?
I called her, I named her Ellie. I don't know why.
And she loves you.
Well,
She's obsessed.
Oh, God.
Scott said he
Oh, God.
hopes that she doesn't faint.
My sister really wanted to see Teresa. She is a super fan. She watches the show. She stalks her on social media.
Okay.
They said she's coming.
Okay, so
She's here.
Okay, so Scott, you're supposed to
I'm gonna go in the kitchen.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. Let me just make sure this door isn't locked.
Okay.
Come in. Hi. Come in, James. James, come in.
Jamie?
Hi, Teresa.
Yes, that would be me.
My heart's like pounding right
Breathe.
now. Okay. I came in, then I turned to my right and saw Teresa and almost died.
These two amazing people set this whole thing up.
Surprise.
Oh my God. I never would have expected Teresa to be in my aunt's living room.
Hi.
Because these things do not happen to me. Can I give you a hug?
Of course you can.
I just can't wait to sit down and talk to her.
So what's going to happen is your loved ones are going to bring up things that you might sit back and go, why are they talking about that? That's what I want. Okay. I don't know, how do you connect with the mother that's departed?
My mother passed
Okay.
away. My mom was very happy all the time. I was very young when she passed. I miss her, and I don't think that will ever get easy.
Do you connect with license plates? I mean, I legit saw a license plate and it said Jamie 707. And I'm like, what does that mean?
707. That was my mom's birthday.
See, that's the stuff that freaks me out.
When Teresa brought that up, it was crazy. That's my mom's birthday, July 7th. That just reassures me that she is speaking to my mom.
Well, who's Ev? Or Eva?
Evan is my husband.
Does your husband have really cool hair? Because she showed me your husband standing in the mirror, fixing his hair. Or he's obsessed with his hair.
Well, recently he's been noticing that he's losing his hair a little bit. So that's kind of been like an obsession.
Teresa, she says, what better way to validate that I know about Evan? Like, you know.
I always think, would she like him?
So you know that your mother does approve? Your mom attended your wedding in spirit?
When I got engaged, I was so excited, but in the back of my head, I was saying, oh my God, Mom's not gonna be at the wedding. It made me feel better knowing that she would have loved him.
There was something about when your mom died, she says, Jamie, please forgive me for sending you off. She says, I'm sorry because you were so far from home. You still struggle with that, correct?
Yeah, because it was the beginning of school. It was like the second day of school.
She made you go back.
Yeah, I didn't want to go.
And the second that phone rang, you knew that your mother had died.
We didn't actually say goodbye. Yeah. When I left for school, in my heart, I knew that this was probably the last time I was gonna see her, but I didn't want to believe it. And as soon as the phone rang, I just had a feeling that she passed. It was the worst day of my life.
She said, tell my daughter to release the fear. You trying to have children?
We're thinking about it.
Are you afraid to have children?
Yeah, I'm afraid being pregnant, yeah. I'm afraid I'm gonna be sick all the time. I just have all these fears running through me.
So your mom says, please tell Jamie that she is not going to have what I have. Because she showed me my symbol for BRCA gene. Do you understand that?
Yes. I actually got tested for the BRCA gene and I don't have it. My mom passed away almost 12 years ago from ovarian cancer. She had chemotherapy for a while and then she went into remission and then it came back. It was bad. That was a big thing for me to go get tested to see if I carried the BRCA gene for ovarian cancer and I don't have it, so it's good.
She says, so don't be afraid, but more importantly, I want her to know that she is going to be an amazing mom.
My mom does not want me to worry about anything. She's telling me to just forget about all the fears and just enjoy when it comes the time to have a baby, just enjoy every moment of being pregnant.
I hope that your mom was able to give you what it is that you needed to hear today to make tomorrow a little bit easier. So while my crew started breaking down the lights after this reading, Spirit still had one more message for Jamie. So if there's anything else that you want to ask, this is what I do. And I understand the cameras and all that other. So was there anything else that you wanted to ask her, or?
Well, I do think from time to time I feel guilt because she did ask me a couple times to go with her to chemotherapy and I said no. And it just, I don't know, it just makes me upset because I should have went with her.
Your mother says, I want my daughter to know if she lets go of that, doesn't mean that she forgets. By holding on to it is not helping you. And it's letting fear creep in, connected to also having children. And this is why it was important for you to hear this now and to be able to release everything. She says, new beginnings.
Yep, new beginnings. My mom isn't mad at me. She's not upset. It just made me feel like a weight is like lifted off my shoulders.
I hope this helps you with the healing of the loss of your mom.
Thank you.
And I do want an email when you decide to have children.
My aunt and my brother definitely knew that this is what I needed. I still can't believe that I had this experience. I feel like this is a dream. I've never been so happy.
Hi!
It was great. The things that Teresa told me, nobody else would know. I definitely felt like my mom was here today, and I feel very relieved.
I wish you all the best. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you. Well, with the snowstorm, and there's so much stuff in the attic, so we're looking through these pictures, right? I had 18 boxes. I consolidated down to 4 small bins.
Oh, my God.
You
We
don't
have
realize-
pictures going back to when we first started dating.
Are those in black and white?
Funny.
With the kids being out of the house, we have more time. So today, we're at my brother Mike and Corinda's house. Hi, Jay. Hey, Jay.
No.
Hey, Jay.
That backpack is bigger than you.
Yeah, try picking
Yeah,
it
try
up.
lifting it
How
up.
are you? You're getting so tall. How's everything? We were just talking. What are you gonna do tonight?
I soccer.
Friday night, so you got soccer practice.
What did we used to do when we were kids?
We used to roller skate.
Roller skate.
Really?
Yes, Aunt Teresa on roller skates.
That sounds fun.
So much fun.
Levittown roller rink.
Yes, the rink was huge. That's what we did
That
every
was the
Friday
place to
night.
go. Pop used to drop us off.
Mm-hmm.
I still have my roller skates from the 70s.
Come
on.
I do.
Come on. I want to see you skate in those skates.
Oh, I gotta
I
see
can't.
that.
Friday night skates. Here we come. How could it be that we've been married for 25 years and we've never gone roller skating together?
Well, we didn't know each other back then.
I'm really excited to see your moves.
I'm excited to show them to you. What's the matter? I was doing that crossover.
You know how to cook? So tonight, Larry and I are meeting my brother and his family in Massapequa. Oh my God. I'm really excited because this is the first time that we're gonna actually be roller skating together. And I can't wait to see your custom roller skates.
Those things are beautiful.
Hey, you made it.
Oh, I'm so excited. Things are so different now. Not only do they have inline skates, but they got wrist guards and walkers.
Maybe that's all you should use.
Starting menopause isn't enough? Like I need a roller skating walker? Really?
You lacing up right here?
Yeah. There they are.
Whoa. I love the leather strap right there.
Check them out.
Wow, aluminum trucks.
Polyurethane wheels. I'm not renting skates because I got my own special pair of skates. These skates are like Cinderella shoes to me.
They don't make them like that anymore.
Don't make them like this anymore. If my math is correct, they're about 45 years old.
That's cool. You had those made?
These were custom made, yeah. Those are ice hockey boots. They're not roller boots. State of the art at that time.
Pretty custom.
They are, right? Do you think they're cool?
Look at those babies. Let's see how these things are. Once I put those skates on, all of a sudden I felt like I was 17 again.
Get off of my walker. I am not skating with you. Woo! Yes. Oh boy. Ha. I'm gonna merge easily with the traffic. Oh, look! It was like I never stopped roller skating! Larry, your skates are pretty impressive. I am gonna say that.
I cleaned them up.
When I saw you skating around, I was like, I wanna skate with him.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because you would like those, like, I don't know.
Oh, my crossovers?
Yeah. Ha ha! Wait, I'm gonna. Wait, don't go so fast. All this skating, I almost forgot my favorite part about going out on Friday night.
Getting French fries.
It was the weirdest thing. I was skating around the thing, and then all of a sudden there was a woman in front of me. She told me that she passed from the chest and there was something with the throat. I think it's that woman over there.
What's wrong? Where are you going?
Where are you going?
I'm nervous.
So I'm Teresa.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
I'm Tori.
I know this might sound crazy, but I'm a medium, which means that I'm able to connect with people that have crossed over. Is your mom departed?
My mother's passed.
Okay.
My name is Victoria, and I'm from Levittown, New York.
So what happened is when I saw her, immediately made me feel something with the chest. Did she pass from something of the chest or filling up of like a fluid?
My mother had congenital heart failure, which was fluid around the lungs.
Okay, so that's why I felt like I was filling up with fluid.
Yes.
The father stepped forward as well. So your mother and your father is departed?
Yes.
Was your father not a man of many words? Because he says your mom is always in control.
She was the boss.
Amazing. But someone pushed me.
That would have been my mother.
Your mother? Literally, your mother is pushing.
So true.
Your mom talks about her chair, though. Because when they show me the chair catty-cornered, it's my symbol for that we kept a piece of furniture and or the chair.
I had the baby's rocking chair. My mother and father bought a rocking chair when my children were born. My daughter just had a baby, so I gave her the rocking chair.
Where does the boy come in?
I have a boy.
My name is Teresa, and I came to roller skate tonight with my husband and my mother.
Only because I asked your mom about the baby, to talk about your baby. Did you have the daughter?
I had a daughter. I sadly lost my daughter about a year and a half ago from my miscarriage.
So knowing that the souls are together. And how do you connect with the number 3 with her?
I was 3 months.
Okay. I just felt the emotion that there's no way that you would have known that something was wrong. Do you understand that? Because she keeps showing me a sonogram picture. She goes, don't I look perfect?
While I was pregnant with my daughter, I had no idea that anything was wrong. I went for my 3-month checkup, and I had learned that the baby did not have a heartbeat and did not make it.
How do you connect with rainbows?
Well, I call my son my rainbow baby. He's my rainbow baby. I call my son my rainbow baby because losing our daughter was a tragedy to us, so he's the rainbow after the storm.
When you say my rainbow baby, know that your daughter's soul is with you at that exact moment.
I was fearful my daughter was alone, but now I know she's with my family and they are surrounding her and loving her.
I'm very sorry for all of your losses. I wish you all the best.
I
Good
can't
luck
tell
to
you
you.
how much this
I'm gonna go have to,
enjoy.
spin circles around my husband.
Good for you.